Here is our model of the heart. On this side, the blue is the right ventricle of the heart. And on the other side, you see the left ventricle in the heart represented in yellow. You can see that the right ventricle is taking blood from the body. That's blood that does not have any oxygen in it. There's oxygen poor. It is pumped into here, and then that poor oxygenated blood is pumping from the right ventricle into the lungs. From the lungs, the left ventricle will suck up that now oxygenated blood, pump it inside of the left ventricle, and then out and into the rest of the body. That's how it works. So watch the right ventricle. As the heart pumps, you can see the blood is coming from the body and going into the lungs. The left ventricle is pumping at the same time, and it starts sucking up the blood from the lungs and putting it into the rest of the body. Coming from the right ventricle, sucking up from the body and going into the lungs. And from the lungs, it's pumping up through the left ventricle and into the rest of the body. As I keep doing it, the two colors will start to mix. Takes a little while though. You can start seeing it in there. It is going through the entire circuit. See the yellow going in? We'll see what's coming out. The blood goes into the body with oxygen. It goes through the body. The blood gets pushed out where it needs to go, and the nutrients into every cell. And then once it has no more oxygen, it's going to be sucked back up into the heart in the right ventricle. And the right ventricle will push it into the lungs. From the lungs, the blood in the lungs, now that it has oxygen in it, it goes into the left ventricle and out back into the body. You can see how everything's starting to turn green now because it's all mixing. It is all part of the same circuit. It all runs together. Keep that in mind. Remember, the right ventricle is taking the blood from the body with poor oxygen. It pumps into the heart and then pumps into the lungs where it gets oxygen. You know, the oxygen we breathe in our lungs. And then from the new oxygenated blood, once the blood has oxygen, it goes into the left ventricle and then it pumps it out into the rest of the body, where it goes around and gives oxygen to every single living cell in your body. That is our model of the heart and of the circulatory system. Make sure you write what this model shows and also the limitations of such a model. Clearly, this isn't an actual heart. What is this missing that a real heart has? I look forward to reading your responses. Great work.